Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's challenging level puzzle, and it's called Tutu Tutu 2. Tutu Tutu 2 by Skojo. And there's a lot of twos in this puzzle. It's very cool. I think this was actually this so to give you sort of a hint on how backlog I am on my challenging and above puzzles. This is from, I think, when Skojo had his second anniversary for setting puzzles across the Sudoku community, where everybody had to do something with two, essentially. Anyways, let's get to the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. We also have twoifiers, where one cell in every row, column, and box is a twoifier. The value of a twoifier is 2, regardless of the digit in the cell. So every twoifier must contain a different digit. So there are no repeats in any of the twoifiers. The value of a non-twoifier cell is its digit. So aside from the twoifiers, it's just normal Sudoku values. Every digit is its value, except for the twoifiers. And again, there are no repeats in the twoifiers. So finally, we have crop key. If two cells are connected by a black dot with a 2 in it, one of the values must be double the other. If so, for example, if this were, say, a 4, the value of this digit, of this cell here, would have to be 2 or 8. Now, it could be a twoifier here, so that means it could be literally any digit, but we know the value of this cell must be 2 or 8 if this is a 4. And if two cells are connected by a white dot, the values must have a difference of 2. So, for example, if this were, say, a 6, this would have to be a 4 or an 8. Have a value of a 4 or an 8 to make sure that the difference between these digits is 2. And not all dots are given. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay. We have 5 digits here, which have a 1 to 2 ratio between them, right? So the only ones you could have to be 1, 2, 4, 8, and 2 as a twoifier. So it must be a 2, a 1, a 2, a 4, and then an 8 in value. So that means the twoifier cannot be in any of the rest of the cells in that row, because there's 5 of them. So this is 2. So we know 2 has to be one of these 3. So 2 can be either here, here, or here. The 1 has to be one of these. The 4 has to be one of these. And then the 8 has to be one of the n ones. So we don't know specific. We know this has to be a 1-4 pair here. The rest of the row has to be 3, 5, 6, 7, or 9. They cannot be 2, 4, 8, or 9. So in value, this is a 2 or 8, which means in value, this is a 1 or 4. Which means this cannot be the twoifier either. The value of this, then, is 2 or 8. So this could be twoifier. The value of this must be 1 or 4. Then we have a value of 2 or 8, value of 1 or 4, value of 2 or 8. Okay, so well, there you go. We know in box 5, we have 5 digits, so the tuifier has to be one of these 3 digits, which means the rest of the box cannot be tuifiers. So this can't be tuifiers, this can't be tuifiers. Again, we have to have 2, 1, 2, 4, 8 to be in a 1 to 2 ratio continuously, right? 2 can only be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2 and 4, but 4 has to be in the 1 to 2 ratio with the 8s. So these are not tuifiers, these are not tuifiers. This must be a value of 1 or 4, which means this can't be a tuifier. And this must be a value of 2 or 8. This is a value of 1 or 4, this is a value of 2 or 8. So this can't be a tuifier here. This cannot contain 1 or 4, so it cannot be a value of 1 and 2, or 2 to 4, or 4 to 8. This must be a 3-6 pair, which makes this a 3-6 pair here, and therefore they cannot be tuifiers. We have a value of 2 and 8, 2 and 8, and 2 in column 5, and only one of those can be a tuifier. So that means the rest of the column cannot be tuifiers. So none of these are tuifiers. These are in a 1 to 2 ratio, and there's 3 of them, so it cannot be 3 and 6. So one of these must be 2. So it must be some combination of 1, 2, 4, and 8. This is then a value of 2 or 4. We're not sure which. The rest of box 2 has to contain, cannot be 1, 3, 4, or 6. So it could be 2, 5, 7, 8, and 9. Can this ever be 3 even digits? And I think the answer to that is no, right? If you have 3 even digits, the problem is, even if you had a tuifier, well, I guess you could have, if you had a oh, this could be 1 here. Right, 1 could also be here. So it could be 3 even digits here. Oh, well, but this could be the tuifier here. I guess part of what I'm trying to understand is, can this ever be 4 odd digits? I don't think. I think the answer is that. Well, maybe. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So huh. This cannot be even here. If this is even, it would have to be 6, 4, 2, and then 4, which is not possible. So this has to be all odd, right? So if this was 6, that can't work because it would have to be 6, 8, whatever. That wouldn't work. 6, 4, 2, and then this would have to be 2. So these are all odd, which since they're all odd, they cannot have a tuifier in value. So these are all odd. 3, 5, 7, 8, 3, 5, 7, 9. Can these be all even? Potentially, right? If it's 9, this has to be 7, 5, and 3. If it's 7, it's 5, 3, and 1. If it's 5, it can't be 5. Can't go up 4 sets of odd digits from 5. If this is 3, this is 5, 7, and 9. So I think we're guaranteed here to have a 3, a 5, or 7 here. Which means this can't be 3, 5, or 7. So this is 6 or 9 here. Where are the 5? Where's the 5? The 5 has to be here. Since this is 5 guaranteed, this can never have 4 odd digits. So this must be all even. Which means of these in this box, so this can't be even. We need 6 and 8 to be here. And then we have 4. So this is 6, 8, or 4. Eight cannot be any of these, so 8 has to be one of these two. 6 has to be one of these two, so this can't be 6 here. Actually, this has to be, yeah, this has to be 8 with either the tuifier or a non-tuifier. This is a 4-6 pair, so this cannot be 4 or 6. That means this 1-to-2 ratio cannot be 3-6, cannot be 4-8, or 2-4. This has to be a 1-2 pair. So this can't be 1 here. This is a 4. This has to be a tuifier, or this is a tuifier. So none of these can be tuifiers. So this has to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 3 can't be here. 3 could be in the tuifier. We're not sure. So this is a value of 8. This we don't know. Five has to be here, so 5 cannot be here. This could be a tuifier. This cannot be value 2, 4, and 6. Oh, okay. Can't be value 4 or 6, but you could have a 2, but the problem is to have a 2 here, you'd have to have another even digit to have a difference of 2. And you can't have 2 and 4, so that doesn't work. 2 and 8 doesn't work. So these all must be odd. So none of these are tuifiers. And it cannot have a 3, so this must be 5, 7, and 9. So this must be a 7, and this is a 5, 9 pair in that box. 7 can no longer be here. This is odd. I guess this still could be odd. It could also be even. We're not sure which. 7 cannot be here. We know there's a 1 here. 8 has to be here, so 8 cannot be here. This cannot be 3 evens, because if it's 3 evens, it requires a value of 4 at least. It could be 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 8, and those are the only possible evens. So these are non-tuifiers, and it must have 5 and 7 here. So 5 and 7 is here with 3 or 9. We're not sure which. We have a 3, 5, 7, 9 quadruplet in column 2, which eliminates 3, 5, 7, 9 in the rest of the column. That means the rest of the column must be 1, 2, 4, and 6. Well, these are all evens, and all the evens have to be here. So this must be the tuifier, and it's 1. Therefore, this is not a tuifier, and therefore this must be 8, so this is 2. Which makes this 1. This is a 2 value and is the tuifier. So none of these can be tuifiers. This can't be tuifier. This can't be tuifier. This is 8. This is 4. This is a value of 2. So this can't be tuifier either. This cannot be, this is specifically 1 and 8 as a pair. That eliminates 1 and 8 in the rest of the column, so this can't be 1. These can't be 1. This can't be Well, this is 1, but it could be 2 in value, so we don't know if the 2's here. 6 cannot be here because of the 3-6 pair in that box, so this is a 2-4 pair, which means this is a 6 here. So this actually has to be a 2 and a 4, but it could be a 2 and a 4 in value. This can't be 1, so this must be 8, which makes this 1. So we have 3 odds here. Therefore, this cannot be odd. Because that would require then 6 odds in row 1. So these are all even. So this must be like 2, 4. We need a 4 here at least and a 6 here. So 4 and 6 are at least guaranteed. You could have 2 or 8. It could be 2, 4, 2. Sorry, 2, 4. No. It cannot be 2, 4, 2. So the middle digits have to be 4 and 6 to be surrounded by 2 and 8 in value. So these are not two-ifiers. This is a 4-6 pair actual, so this can't be 4-6. This is 3. That makes this 6. This is 2-8 in value, but it could be the two-ifier. This is a 2-8 in value. This is a 2-8 in value. We don't know anything about these. This is a 4-6 pair. This 2 set also requires this consecutive 2 set cannot have a 4 because 4 is guaranteed to be one of these 3. So therefore, it cannot be 3 even digits because 2, 4, 2 is removed, 2, 4, 6 is removed, and 4, 6, 8 is removed, and those are the only possible combinations of. So these are all odd. So 5 must be here. We don't know what's here. This cannot be 2 or 8 because we have a 2-8 pair now in column 5. The rest of the column must be 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. This can't be 6. So these are essentially 2 in value, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. So this is a 2-ifier. 3, 5, 6, 7, or 9. This is the 1 and the 2-ifier. Oh, so none of these can be 2-ifiers, right? Because one of these 2 is. The 1 can no longer be a 2-ifier here. So where's the 2-ifier in box 1? It must be here. So none of these can be 2-ifier, which forces this to be 2-ifier. So this must be a 1-2 pair, exactly. This is 3, 5, or 9. Shoot, we can't have an 8 here, though. And that would have to be the 2-ifier. We fucked up. Apologies. We messed up. This, Yeah, it's problematic. I think the logic of this made sense, but I don't know. Let's get back to here then, I guess, because the logic of it makes sense, but the problem is the 2-ifiers are messing up then, if that's the case. Yeah, so is this logic actually sound here? This logic is sound, right? So 5 digits in a 1-to-2 ratio. The only extra digit you have is a 2, so it must be 2, 1, 2, 4, 8. In some order. This is a value of 2 or 8, so this must be 1 or 4 value. This must be 2 or 8. 1 or 4 value, 2 or 8, 1, 4, 2, 8, 1, 4, 2, 8, 1, 4, 2, 8. So that's fine. 1 of 4 can no longer be part of this box. So this must be a 3-6 pair. Because 2 of fire doesn't help with that. Which forces this to be 3-6. That's fine. 1 to 2 ratio, it's either 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 2. Oh, there's not a guaranteed 4 here. Oh, but yeah. The problem was, okay, so no, this logic is correct too. Again, the problem is if this is 6, you can't have 4, then be 2 away, which would be 2, and then another 2, which would, it would have to be 0 or 4 in value, which is not possible. So this cannot be 6. These are all odds. Since they're all odds, the 2 of fire cannot be here. Again, it's 9, 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3, 1. Cannot be 5 start here. It could be 3, 5, 7, or 9. But 5 has to be one of these 2 digits here. So this cannot be 5. And 7 has to be one of these 3. So this can't be 7 either. So 5 in row 7 does have to be here. Since this is 5, you can't have 4 odd digits here. Therefore, they must be even. Therefore, you must have 8, 4... What are the possible combinations? You have to have 2, 4... You can't go 2, 4, 2, because then you can't have a difference of 2 anywhere else. So it has to be a value of 8. Oh. I think the well... Oh, that was the bad assumption. So this has to be a 4-6 pair. This is 2 in value. This is 1. This is 4. This is 8. So this is obviously not 2 of fur. 2 of fire. This can't be 6. Where, well, we don't even know. This is 5. These are non-2 of fires. It cannot be 4 and 6. So you can't have 2, 4, 4, 8, or 3, 6. So this is 1, 2 in value. Since this can't be 4 or 6, to have these both be even, it would have to be 2 and 8, which is not valid, or 2 and 2, which is not valid. So these are all, again, non-2ifiers. You cannot have a 3, so the values of the odd digits are 5, 7, and 9. So this is 7, and you have 5, 9, 5, 9. So this cannot be 7 here. One of these must be a 5. We know that for certain. This is 1 and 2 in value. This has to be the actual 1, so this can't be 1 here. This is 4. The problem was this, I think, right? It was this assumption. The rest of these digits are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 here. And these we don't know which they are. This cannot be 4 in value, so it cannot have a... This must be all odd digits because it can't be 2, 4, 2, can't be 2, 4, 6, or 4, 6, 8. Therefore, this is 3, 5, 7, or 5, 7, 9. And either way, it requires a 5, so this is 5. It cannot... Therefore, this must be 5, 7, and 9. Since 5 cannot... 5 is one of those two, 5 is one of those two in columns 1 and 2. So 5 cannot be here. This is 5. This is 7. That's 9. That means this can't be 9. This is 5 here. And this is 9 here. Again, you can't have 5 or 7 here. And this is... remaining digits are 1, 2, 4, and 6. 1, 2, 4, and 8 here. This can't be 1 or 4, so this is 2 or 8 here. 4 cannot be here. 4 is one of these two. This cannot be 2 of fire. Right, so this was the mess up. Okay, so if we try to have 3 odds, that still doesn't work. Because they cannot have, what? 9... Yeah, anything would require 5 here, and we already have a 5 in that column. This can't be 5, this is 3, which makes this a 5. That leaves the remaining digits in column 1 as 1, 2, 3, and 8. So 3 must be one of those 3 digits. The rest of... Okay, so where's 6? 6 has to be here. In column 2. Because it can't be here because of the 4-6 pair in the box. Can't be here because of the 3-6 pair in that box. So the rest of these are 1, 2, 4, and 8. This can't be 3. This cannot be 1, 3, 4, or 8. The remaining digits are 2. Okay, so this can't be 3 here. So the remaining digits in row 7 are 2, 6, 7, 9. Okay. 4 cannot be here. This can't be 6. 2, 7, 9. 2, 6, 7, 9 here. These cannot be odd again, so they must be even. So that means we need 4 and 6 here. And it must be with 2 and 8 to form a full set of 4 digits. It can't be 2, 4, 2 and then go nowhere. So this is 2 and 8 in value, 2 and 8 in value. These are not 2-ifiers. This 4-6 pair eliminates 6 here, so this is 3, which makes this 6, which makes this 3, which makes that 6. Okay. This is also... It cannot be 1, it's 2, 3, or 8 here. Cannot be 3. So it's 2 or 8 here. It could be the 2 of fire. We don't know. This can't be 5 or 7. Remaining values in row 1 are 1, 2, 8, and 9. But 1 cannot be either of these because of the 1-4 pair in the box. This is 2, 8, and 9. This could be any of 2, 5, 7, or 8. Cannot be 9 because of the 9 in the row, but it could be 2 or fire too. Remaining digits in box 5 are 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. But this can't be 5, 6, or 7. So this is it can't be 3, so this is a 9 here, which means the rest of the box cannot contain 9. 6 cannot be here because of the 6 in the row. 4 cannot be here because of the 4 in the row. 9 cannot be here, so 9 is one of these 2 digits here. One eliminates 1 here, so this is 4, which makes this 1. 1 must be next to both 2's. So this must be the 8, and is not the 2 of fire, so one of these 2 is a 2 of fire. This can no longer be 8 or 9. So these can't be 8. They have to be 3, 5, 6, or 7 as possible values. The 2 is obviously one of them. Okay, 8 cannot be here because of the 8 in the row. This can't be 8 either. But only as a 2-ifier. Can this ever be 2, 4, 8 in value? If that's the case, this is 6 and 2 in value, and that's not possible. So this cannot be 2, 4, 8. It could be 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. It could be 1, 2, 4. But the 2 is not guaranteed to be... This can't be 1 because of the 1 in the row. But the 1 can never... So... It's either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4... 2, 1, 2. If it's 2, 1, 2, this can never be a 2 in value then. If it's 1, 2, 4, this has to be 6, and therefore this would have to be 8 in value anyways. So this is always 8. This is 6, this is 4. This can't be 8 anymore because of the 8 in the box. This can't be 8, this can't be 8. So this is not a 2-ifier. So one of these is a 2-ifier. 4 actually has to be here because there's no other place for it in the column 9. 4 cannot be here because of the 4 here. So this has to be 4, which means it's 4. It could be 2, 4, 2, or 4, 2, 1. We don't know which. We know 1 cannot be here. So 1 in this box. Actually, 1 could be there. Why can't 1 be there? It could be 1, 3, 5. Never mind. This is 1, so this can't be 1 here. This is 4. That makes this a 1. So one of these is a 2-ifier, because you can't both have 2. So this can't be 2-ifier here. This can't be 2-ifier here. Or this must be 2 in value. It could be next to another 2 in value, so this could be 2-ifier also. The rest of column 4 is 2, 5, and 7. Can this ever be... Okay, 4 has to be one of these two. We're guaranteed that. 4 has to be one of these two. Because it can't be here. Since this is 4, this cannot be 3 evens. So this, because, again, when you remove 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 6, and 4, 6, 8 as the differences. So it must be 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 here, right? 9, again, cannot be either of these. So if it's 9 is here, this is 7 and 5. Technically, it could be 3, 5, 7. What are the remaining digits, actually? Where is the 4 in row 4? Can't be this one. So this is a 4. That makes this a 2 in value, which makes this a 1 in value. So this is 1 and not the 2-ifier. So 1 cannot be here. This can't be 5 or 7. This is 2, 3, or 6. The remaining digits in row 4 are 2, 3, 6, and 8. So this is 2 in value. None of these can be 2-ifier because they would have a value of 2. And then the odd digits would not work. 1 cannot be here. So where is the 1? It must be here. So this is not 2-ifier. This must have 5 and 7 here. And it's with 3 or 9. We're not sure which. Oops. So 5 and 7 have to be one of these. 3. Because we have a 1 and a 4 already taken care of. Rest of rest of row 6 must be 2, 3, 5, 7, or 9. But this can't be 5 or 7 because these have to be 5 or 7. Where is the 8? The 8 has to be here, which means this cannot be 8 here. This is a 2, 3, 2, 3 pair, which eliminates 2 and 3 in the rest of the column. So this is 8. This can't be 8 then. This can't be 8. This can't be 8. If 8 were the 2 of fire, then where would the 2 of... Well, I guess this could be the 2 of fire here. It's one of these. This is a 2, 3 pair, which eliminates 2 and 3 from the rest of the box. So this is 8. That leaves this as 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. It cannot be 6. It cannot be 5 or 7. Right, because these 5 or 7 are guaranteed here. So this cannot be 1, could be 2, 3, cannot be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, could be 9. So those are possibilities too. Where's a 6 in box 6? Again, cannot be here, cannot be here, can't be here because of the 6 here, so it must be here. So this is a 6-8 pair here, which eliminates 6 and 8 from the rest of the row. So this can't be 6, this is 2 or 3. None of the, well, technically these could be the 2 of fires. I mean, the 2 of fire could have a 2 in it too, right? So I think we were able to determine this cannot be the 2 of fire. And so if this is the 2 of fire, we need a 2 here, so this must be a 1-8 pair. That makes this 2, 4. So this is a 2 of fire. None of these can be 2 of fires. This is 1. We already have a 2 of fire here, so this would have to be 2 of fire here. But then this couldn't be the 2 of fire because we already have an 8 as a 2 of fire. So this cannot be 2 of fire, which means this is 2 of fire. So this can't be 2 of fire here. One of these two is 2 of fire, so this can't be 2 of fire. That's fine. This is 2 of fire. This has to be a 2-8 pair, which eliminates 2 and 8 in the rest of the column. So this can't be... This is a 2 of fire, so this can't be 2 of fire here or here. And this is a 2. So this can't be 2. It's a 1-7-9 triplet. One of these three is a 2 of fire. We don't really care what that is. 2 means this can't be 2. This can't be 2, so this can't be a 2 in value. Therefore, this is a 2 of fire. This can't be 2 in value. This has to be a 1 as the 2 of fire. This is an 8-9 pair. This must be an 8 then because it can't be 2 of fire. None of these can be 2 of fire, which means this is a 2 of fire in column 9. So none of these can be 2 of fire. That means this is 2 of fire in box 9. That means this can't be 2 of fire. This is 2 of fire here. This can't be 2 of fire here. This 2 of fire means this can't be 2 of fire, which forces this to be 2 of fire. Which means, wait. How did I eliminate that as 2 of fire? Oh, because one of these needed to be a 2 of fire. Ooh. Am I missing a digit? So this doesn't work either. If this is 2, this can't be 2, these can't be 2. This has to be a 1 as a 2-ifier, which means this can't be 2-ifier, which means this has to be 2-ifier, but that eliminates this as 2. This can't be 2-ifier, and this can't be 2-ifier, but these need to be values of 2 and 8, which is not allowed. Okay. So that's not a good assumption either. So which is it then? Okay. If we have this as 2-ifier, this obviously can't be 2-ifier. That means this has to be 2-ifier, so this can't be 2-ifier either. This can't be 2-ifier, and this can't be 2-ifier. So this would have to be 2-ifier. But then that means this can't be 2-ifier, so one of these two is 2-ifier. This is 2, this has to be a 1-8 pair. What am I missing here? I'm sorry, I don't know why, but my brain today isn't working very well, I will say. This seems like... That's kind of problematic, isn't it? Yeah, I've just basically shown none of the 2-ifiers work. Obviously, none of these could be 2-ifiers. And none of these could be 2-ifiers. If this 8 is a 2-ifier, that forces this to be a 2-ifier, and that would be a 2-ifier, and they're both 8. So that doesn't work. Two and 8 in value have to be 1 to, in a 1-to-2 ratio with 1 and 4. That's guaranteed. So that all the start works correctly. What am I missing here? So this can't be 2-ifier. So one of these two is a 2-ifier. But if it's here, so say this is 2-ifier. That means this is not 2-ifier. Okay, so this is not 2-ifier. That means this is 2-ifier. That seems okay. But we were running into problems with that. Anyways, that would make this not 2-ifier. Obviously, none of these are 2-ifier. This has to be a 2. This is 1. But then this becomes a 1-8 pair here. Is it that this is... I think this assumption is correct, right? Yeah, the problem is the 5s. Okay, I'm gonna restart right now because my brain is kind of frazzled. So again, the values are 2, 1, 2, 4, 8 in either way. So it'd be 2, 1, 2, 4, 8 or 2, 1, 2, 4, 8. Either way, the 1 and the 4 are not 2-ifiers. the ends are not tuifiers. And they have to be 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Again, to have a set of differences of 2. If we tried to have this as 6, it would have to be 6 in value up to 8, and then you can't go anywhere. 6 in value down to 4, down to 2, but then you can't go up to 4 or down to 0 because there's no more 4s and 0s available. So this can't be 6. These have to all be odd. This is a value of 1 or 4 to be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2 or 8. This is 2 or 8, 1 or 4, 2 or 8, 1, 4, 2, 8, 1, 4, 2, 8, 1, 4, 2, 8. That's all kosher. These are a 1, 4 pair and are not tuifiers. These are a 1, 4 pair and not tuifiers. One of these three must be tuifier. One of these three must be tuifier, obviously. This cannot be 1, 2, or 2, 4, or 4, 8 because of the 1, 4 pair here. This must be a 3, 6 pair, which makes this a 3, 6 pair, and none of those are tuifiers. That means the rest of box 2 is 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. The rest of box 5 has to be 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Also, this, okay, so for odd digits, if you have 3, you could have 5, 7, 9. 5 cannot go to anything because it'd be 5, 3, 1, negative 1, or 5, 7, 9, 11. So this cannot be 5, 7, 5, 3, 1, 9, 7, 5, 3. So if this is 3, 7's here. If 7's here, obviously 7's here. If it's 9, this is 7. So 7 is always one of these 3, which means this can't be 7. Same here. If this is 3, this is 5, so this can't be 5. If this is 7, this is 5. This can't be 5. 9, 7, 5, so one of these is 5. So this can't be 5. Which means in row 7... Oh, that was the bad assumption. Here. The 5 could be here. So this cannot be 5 or 7. Or 3 for that matter. Actually, 3 can't be here, right? If this is 9, 7, 5, that's 3. If this is 3, obviously 3 can't be here. If this is... So 3, 5, and 7 cannot be in this digit. Can't be 1, 4. Obviously could be 2, 8. Could be 6. Cannot be 5, 7. This was the bad assumption I made. Okay. That makes sense. It was very early on. Okay, so 3, 5, and 7 cannot be here. 1 and 4 can't be here. Therefore, it's 2, 6, 8, and 9 as possibilities here. This can be a 5. And in fact, we know one of these 3 has to be... We have 2 8s and values in all 3 of them. Actually, this has to be 2 in value, but this is 2 or 8, this is 2 or 8. That means the rest of the column cannot have a tuifier. And 8 has to be one of these 2 digits. So this cannot be 8, because again, we need an 8 in value, we need a 2 in value. That means this can't be 2 either. So again, this makes us 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. But this could be 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 could be here, and 5 is not here. So that's a long, convoluted way of showing this can't be even. Huh. That's actually a long trip around to figure that out. So I would have actually had to have come to that conclusion anyways. But I would have come to it eventually. So I guess it wasn't kind of wasted, but kind of sucks. Anyways, if that's the case, these are all odd. So none of these can be tuifier. So all the 3 of these are... this can't be tuifier, it's 1, 4. But one of these 3 is a tuifier, so the rest of the column cannot be tuifiers. Anyways, this could be 2, 4, 2, so that's fine. These have to be all odd. So because of that, we need 3, 5, and 7 here. This can't be 3, 5, or 7. This becomes a 6, 9 pair? That doesn't work. Okay, so yeah, this cannot be odd. It still can't be odd here. Because then this would force a 6, 9 pair here, which would mean this can't be 6 or 9. So this still has to be even. It's just that the 5 is not guaranteed to be here. That's the key. And so I think we've shown that this can't be 5. Oh boy. Anyways, what we've shown then is these are not tuifiers. These are not tuifiers. We don't know the 5 is here. So that's actually not... Okay. Just made a lot of bad assumptions. This is a 4-6 pair, and it's not tuifier. This is... One of these is 8 with something else. We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This can't be 6, obviously. This 4-6 pair is still the same here. This can't be 2, 4, or 4, 8, or 3, 6. So this is 1, 2. So the 1 is guaranteed to be here. This can't be 1. This is 4. That means this is non-tuifier. This could be 2, 4, 2 still. Well, 4 could not be here. So it cannot be 2, 4, and 2. 6 can't be here. If you had 2 evens, it would be 2 and 8. That's not 2 apart from each other. So these must be odd. So they are not... So this has to still be 7, 5, 9, and 5, 9. So this is still the same. That means this can't be 7. These can't be 7. Again, you can't have a 7 here. You could... It could be 1, 3, 5 then. This still has to be a 4. It could be 1, 2, 1. Or sorry, 2, 1, 2. 2, 4, 2. 2, 4, 6. Or 2, 4, 8. But it requires 1, 2, 4, and 8 at minimum. And you could have a tuifier here. 5 and 7 cannot be here. 7 cannot be here. So 7 can't be here or here. Therefore, this cannot be 1, 3, 5, 7 or 3, 5, 7, 9. So these have to be even. So it is 2, 4, 6, 8 because you can't have 2, 4, 2 and then go to another digit. So this is a 4, 6 pair here, which eliminates 4 and 6 in the rest of the row. So this is 3, this is 6, this is 3, this is 6. That means this is 2 or 8 in value, 2 or 8 in value. These are not tuifiers. This can't be 4. 4 cannot appear here. Where is the 6 actually in column 9? Can't be here, can't be here because of the 4, 6 pair in the column. The 6 in, well, okay, the 6 could actually be here as a 2 in the tuifier. So that's not valid. Okay, never mind. Anyways, this cannot have a 4, so it can't be 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 6, or 4, 6, 8 for differences. So this must have a 5. So we are guaranteed this is a 5. The rest of box 1 are 1, 2, 4, 8. That's fine. This can't be 4 here. This is the remaining digits here cannot be 3, 4, 6, or 7. So it's 1, 2, 8, and 9. Or 5. This we don't know. This is 1, 2, 4, 8. 1 cannot be here. 4 cannot be here. This is 2 or 8. The rest of... 5 has to be one of these 3. So these are all non-tuifiers. And it could be with 1, 3 or 7, 9. 3 cannot be here. 1 cannot be here. So we are guaranteed a 5 here and a 7 here. So it's either 3, 5, 7 or 5, 7, 9. Hmm. Uh, we don't know if 4 has to be here. Okay, rest of column 9. You can't have 4, 6 here, but you could have 4 and 6 here. No 5 or 7. So that leaves, you could have 1, 2, 3. No 4 or 6 since we already solved all those. No 5, 7. It could be 8 or 9. Okay. Hmm. I think we've sort of shown this can't be 5 here, right? That's a pretty convoluted way of proving that. I don't know if there's a better way of being able to do that. Um, hmm. Well, no, never mind. Um, well, okay. We know one of these 3 is a 2 of fire. We know one of these 3 is a 2 of fire. Do we have any other information like that? I think the answer to that is really no. Rest of column 3 has to be 1, 2, no 3, 4, or 6, no 5 or 7 because of the 5 and 7 pair. Actually, this can't be 1 even. This is 2, no 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it could be 2, 8, and 9 here. Um, Rest of column 1. Uh, could be 1, 2 here, but this can't be 1. So 2 could be here. 3 could be here. No 4, 6. It cannot be 5 or 7 because of the 5, 7 having to be in that box. So it could be 8 or 9. So those are the possibilities. Where is 6? 6 cannot be here. 6 cannot be here. This is guaranteed to be a 6. So this can't be 6 here. It still could be the 2 of fire, so we don't know about that. This can't be 6 either. Yeah. I'm one of these 2 must be an 8. Therefore, in the rest of the box, you cannot have an 8. So this cannot be 8 here. Okay. This, we're not very limited. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, this can't be 3 or 6. This can't be 3 or 6. So that leaves 2, 5, 5, 7, 9 here. The rest of column 4 is 2, 5, 7, 8, and 9, right? Hmm. Mm, kind of hard doing it with some parts completely filled out and the other parts not. This, I think, is completely filled out. This is not. This is not. I'm trying to find a better way of being able to limit things, but I'm not sure if there is, really. Right? So the problematic assumption is that we made that this was 5, when this could have been 5, right? Therefore, that limited things quite a bit here, which is why that was there. Again, okay, so 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. This can't be 3 or 6. So that's good to know. Oh, the 5 could have even... Well, yeah, the 5 could have even been here, too. Huh. Well, yeah, we've sort of shown that this has to be 5 as the... in the 2 of fire. But we don't know which one it is. Man, that was some bad assumptions. Anyways, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So any of those are still valid. Oh, no, we have a 3, 5, 7, 9 quadruple. Okay, there it is. That eliminates 3, 5, 7, 9 in the rest of the column, so this can't be 3, 5, 7, or 9. So this is 1, 2, or 8. I think we have shown, though, that this cannot be... we would have had to go through this to basically figure this out. But if we tried to assume that this is the... whatchamacallit? If this is the 2 of fire here, this has to be... well, it could be 2 or 8 here, then. So that's not a good assumption to make. Interesting. Where is this digit in box 4? Can't be any of these. Can't be these two. It must be the same as this. So this is the same as this digit, which means it's the same as this digit here. Okay, so that gives us something, I guess. So 9 cannot be here. 9 could be here, though. It still could be the 2 of fire, too. Technically. Right? Then the 6 would be the 2 of fire here. And then you'd have a 2 of fire here. We're not guaranteed one of these two is a 2 of fire. So... If this is 2... okay, so if this is 2, 1, 2... this cannot have a value of 2 because we have the 2 of fire already here. And we have the 2 here. If it's 2, 4, 6, or say it's 1, 2, 4, then the 4 cannot be here. This is 6, and this would be 8 again. Can this ever be 2, 4, 8? If this is 2, 4, 8, this would be 6, and then you would not have a 2 of fire. So this cannot be 2, 4, 8. But the 8 could be here as the 2 in the 2 of fire. So this has to be, I think, this is guaranteed then. Okay, so again, the possibilities here are 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, or 2, 4, 8 in value. Or 2, 4, 2. 2, 4, 2 could also work, and this would be 8 and 6. So either way, this is always 8. So this is always 8. It's not the 2 of fire. This is 6. This is 4. So 6 cannot be here. 8 cannot be here anymore. Where is the 4? It's guaranteed to be here. But it could be as a 2 of fire, so we don't actually know which one is the 4. That's interesting. This is 4. This is 6. This can no longer be 8 here because this is 8. That means this can't be 8 either. This can't be 8. Yeah, so there's quite a few possibilities here. The 4 has to be here, though. So this cannot be 242, 246, or 468 here. So these are odd. So the 5 has to be here. And it could be 13579. Obviously, none of those could be tuifiers. Where is the 6 in this box? Can't be here, can't be here, can't be here, so it must be one of these two. So this cannot be 6 here. So 6 is one of these two. That's fine. Okay. We know one of these 3 is tuifiers. One of these 3 is guaranteed tuifiers. One of these 3 is. Wait, how? Oh, yeah, because this can't be tuifar because one of these 3 is. If this is tuifier, it has to be 1. Because this would then be 2. This would be a 1-8 pair. That would force this to be a 2-4 pair. Tuifier could not be here. 1 would have to be here, so that could be tuifier. So tuifier would have to be here, but then tuifier couldn't. Okay, so that's the contradiction, right? So because of that, yeah, we eventually had to come to this again. If we assume that this is tuifier, that means this is not tuifier, so that's 2, which forces this to be a 1-8 pair, and the 1 is the tuifier. So 1 cannot be here, 8 cannot be here. This must be a 2-4 pair, which eliminates 2 and 4 in the rest of the box. So this is 8, this is 1. This can no longer be the tuifier. This is 8, but the tuifier can't be here. Tuifier can't be here. This must be the tuifier here, and that leads to a contradiction. So we've shown then this cannot be a tuifier. So this is a 2-8 pair. So the red actually doesn't help us here. But we know this is not tuifier, so this is tuifier here. It cannot be 2 or 8. It's 5, 7, or 9. So since this is tuifier, this can no longer be tuifier. One of these two. This can't be tuifier. It is the same digit as that, though. Well, we'll just move it out again. This is tuifier, so none of these can be tuifiers. Therefore, this is a 2. This must be a 1, then. This is 2. This is 4. This is 8, because none of these can be tuifiers. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so that's 4. This is 1, which makes this 4, which makes that 1. The 1 has to be next to 2 2s. So one of these is the tuifier. This can't be tuifier and is the 8. One of these is the tuifier. We're not sure which. This can't be 2, though. This can't be 2. One of these is an 8. This cannot be 8, obviously. So this has to be an 8. because this can't be 2, and it has to be 2. So this is the 2ifier, this is not, and is the 8. Okay. That was, yeah, the logic there was fine. I just didn't, I don't know. Not doing well. This is not the 2ifier because of the 2ifier in the box. Therefore, this is a 2. This can no longer be 2, so it can't be the 2ifier. Sorry, it has to be the 2ifier. So this can't be 2ifier here, here, or here, or here. So these are all 2ifiers here. That means obviously these can't be 2ifiers. Okay. Two cannot be here, or 1 cannot be here either. You can't have a 6, so it's either 2, 1, 2, or 2, 4, 2, or 1, 2, 4. Well, that's a lot of possibilities. Okay. We are guaranteed a 5 here. This is 8. 8 cannot be here. 8 cannot be here. Where is the 8 in box 6? It has to be here. So this is 8, which means this cannot be 8. Whereas the 6 in row 4, it has to be here. Therefore, we have a 3, 5, 7, 9 quadruplet in row 4, which eliminates 3, 5, 7, 9 in the rest of the row, so this must be a 4. That means this can't be 4. This is not a 2ifier, so it has to be a 2 in value, and this is 2. Therefore, this must be 1 in value and is not the 2ifier. So none of these are 2ifiers. So this has to be the 2ifier here, which means this can't be 2ifier. This is 2. That makes this 1. This can't be 2 here. Where is the 2 in box 2? It has to be here. So none of these can be 2 here. We actually already figured that out way earlier. This can't be 8. This can't be 2, and this can't be 1. We need a 1 here, so this has to be 1 here. This 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 8. That makes this an 8, so this is 8 here. This can't be 1 or 8. This can't be 1 or 8. We have a 2, 4 pair. Wait, we have a contradiction. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I? Okay. I think I need a clean mind for this. I am going to fill out all the digits because otherwise I'm just going I think I'm leaving too much stuff out, which is me leading me to mess up a lot. And that's really bad, I think. So, despite the fact that people keep saying, "Oh, you put too many digits in." I'm going to put them all in. Screw you guys. You know? I don't care. Because this is why I put in a lot of digits, because otherwise I'll miss things obviously and then make mistakes which I shouldn't be making if I had all the digits there. Value, okay, so values we're going to put in corners. 2 1 2 4 8 or 2 1 2 4 and 8. This has to be values of 1 and 4, so they cannot be 2ifiers. So this is 1 4 1 4. So this cannot be 2ifiers. Obviously, one of these 3 is. So this can't be 2ifier. This can't be 2ifier. This is a value of 1 4. This is a value of 2 8 2 8 2 8 1 4. Right? 2 and 8. 2 can go to 1 or 4. 8 can go only to 4 in value. This is 1 4. This is 1 4. These are not 2ifiers. This is a 1 4 in value, 2 8 1 4 2 8 in value, 2 8 in value. So these are not 2ifiers. This is value of 28282. That means one of these cannot be 2 or 8. This cannot be 4. You can't have 1, so that eliminates 1, 2, and 2, 4, and 4, 8 in value. 2 and 2 doesn't work, obviously, because they're not on a 1-2 ratio. So this must be 3, 6, not to a fire. This must be a 3, 6 in value. Also not to a fire, so is these. So this is a 3, 6 pair. Okay. Let's fill in row 7. We have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9 for the non we have 3, 5, 6, 7, 9 in the rest of row 7. And this is 2, and this is 2 or 8. This is 2 or 8. Same with column 5. We have 2 and 8 here, 2 and 8 here, 2 here. The rest of the column can be 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, but this can't be 3, 6. This is 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, but it can't be 3, 6, so it's 5, 7, 9, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. Rest of box 2, this is 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. So any of them are 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. Rest of box 5. Did I say box 6? Rest of box 2. I don't know if I said it. Yeah. So this is 2 or 8. This is 2 or 8. The rest of box 5 has to be 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. Again, so if we try to have this as a 6, it has to go to 4, 8. That 4, 8 has to go... 8 can't go anywhere else because there's no other digit that we already have a 6 in the box. We went down to 4, 2, and 2 doesn't work, so this cannot be 6. This must be an odd digit, so it's 3, 5, 7, 9. 5 doesn't go anywhere because it's 5, 3, 1, and then negative 1. 5, 7, 9, or 11, which doesn't work. 7 goes to 5 to 3 to 1, 9 to 7 to 5 to 3. So 5 and 7 have to be here, right? We've tried it. 3, 5, 7, 9. 7's here. 7's here. 9, 7. 7's here. So 7's one of these 3. 5 has to be here too. 3, 5, 7, 5, 9, 7, 5. So these are all 5 and 7, which means this can't be 5 or 7. 3 also has to be here. 3, 5, 7, 9. 7, 5, 3, 1. So 3 is one of these 3. Or 9, 7, 5, 3. So this can't be 3 here. This is 6 or 9. Because of that, this cannot be all odds. If we try to have all these odds, it's either 1, 3, 5, 7 or 3, 5, 7, 9. Either way, 3, 5, and 7 are eliminated from here. It's a 6, 9 pair, which means this is a 3, 6, 9s in row 7, which is not allowed. So this cannot be odd. Therefore, these are even. And we must have the values. You can't have you can't have like 4, 2, 4 or 2, 4. It only can only be the values 2, 4, 6, 8. So this must be 4 and 6 in value here in the middle. And this must be an 8 here. So this is guaranteed 8, which means this can't be 8. So that's guaranteed. That means this has to... where is the 8 in row... This has to be an 8 in value. So this is 8 with 2 in value. That means the remaining... This can't be 6. The remaining digits must be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 8 has to be here. So this is 8 and is non... 2 fire. So this is 4. This is 2 in value. This is 1. That makes this 4, this 1, this 4. 1 can only be next to 2 in value. Therefore, 8 cannot be here. Where is the 8? It must be here. And this is not tuifier. Therefore, this is 4. And not a tuifier in value. These can't be tuifiers. One of these two is a tuifier. This can't be 8. Why did I... Oh, this is 8 in value. That's the reason why I had that. Okay. Anyways, we're back to this part. Ugh. This can't be 3 or 6 because of the 3, 6 pair in the column. The rest of column 4 is 2, 5, 7, 9. This 1 to 2 ratio, again, you cannot have 4. You cannot have 6, so that eliminates 4, 8, and 2, 4, and 3, 6. The only possible combination now is the 1 and 2 in value. So we know the 1 has to be here. 4 and 6 cannot both be here. 1 can no longer be here either. Oh, it didn't matter that 1 could be here. If you tried to have evens here, you could have 2 and 2, and that's not a difference of 2. So this has to all be odd. Since this is all odd, none of these are tuifiers, you can't have a 3, you have to have 5, 7, 9. So 5, 7, and 9 are here. The only digit that's in between those is 7, so these are both 5, 9. So this is still the same. That means 7 cannot be here. Since 7 can't be here, and 7 can't be here, and 5 can't be here, there's no way that this can be 4 digits, odd digits. So these must be even. So again, you can't have 2, 4, 2, because you can't have to go back to 2 again. You can't have 2, 4, 6, 4, or 2, 4, 6, 2. It has to be a 4, 6 pair in the middle with 2 and 8 on the outside. So this is a value of 2 and 8, value of 2 and 8. These cannot be tuifiers because it's 4, 6. That eliminates 6 here. So this is 3, this is 6, this is 3, that's 6. This can't be 3 evens because you can't have a 4. So that eliminates 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 6, and 4, 6, 8, and those are the only even values possible. So these are all odd, and therefore are tuifiers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Obviously, 1 cannot be here. So 5 and 7 are both guaranteed to be here. We have a 3, 5, 7, 9 quadruplet in column 2, which eliminates 3, 5, 7, 9 in the rest of the column. 6 can't be here, 6 can't be here, therefore this must be 6. So 6 cannot be here. That leaves 1, 2, 4, 8 as possibilities. So this is 1, 2, 4. We have 1, 2, 4, 8 here. This can't be 3 because of the 3 in the column. This is 1, 2, 4, or 8 here. 1, 2, 4, or 8 here. 1 cannot be here because we know one of these is a 1 in value, which is not. This has to be 1, 2, 4, 8 in value. But 4 cannot be here in value. 8 cannot be here in value. 8 cannot be in the middle. Can't be 4, 8, 4. So either this is 8, this can't be 4 in value, so this can't be 8 in value here. This can't be 1 in value here. So it could be 2, 1, 2. Cannot be 2, 4, 2. So 2, 1, 2 is possible. Cannot be 2, 4, 2. Or it could be 4, 2, 1. Okay. None of these could be 4 here. So 4 has to be one of these 3 digits. Okay. 4 cannot be this. Then these can't be 3 evens because of that. So it has to be 3 odds. You can't have 242, 246, or 468. So these are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I think we always have to have a 1 value, right? 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's 4, 2, 1. So 1 is always here. So this can't be 1 here. So we're guaranteed 5 and 7 here. Okay. This can no longer be 8 in value, so this must be an 8 in value here. This is 6, this is 4. This is 2 in value. This can't be 8 in value. Where is the 8 in value in column 5? It has to be here. So this is 8. That makes this... Wait. I don't know. I don't even know how I got this as 4. That's 1. This is 4. This is a 2 in value. This is a 2 in value. One of these is the 2 of fire. So this can't be 2 of fire here. One of these is 2 of fire. That's fine. This can't be 8 in value. It's a 2 in value. This is 2 in value, 2 in value, 2 in value, 2 in value. This can't be 4 because of the 4, 6 pair in the column. The remaining digits are 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9. But this can't be 1 because of the 1 in the box. 1 has to be here. It cannot be 5 because of the 5, 7 pair that have to be in this set. Okay, rest of column 9. We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, no 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So this can't be 1 or 4 here. So 1 has to be here. Okay, this can't be 4. So this can't be 4 either. So this must be a 4 here. Guaranteed. Oh, maybe the assumption was that I made this had to be 2 in value when it doesn't. This could be the 2 in value, this could be 1, this could be 2. And in fact, I think I just showed that that's not the case. So the problem, okay, so we tried to make this 2 and then 1 when it's not necessarily the case. Oh, this can't be 4 here. Where is the 4? It must be one of these. This can't be 4 or 8. This is 1 or 2. Where is the 8 then? In box 1, it has to be here. So this is 8, which means this can't be 8 here. Where is the 8 in box 4? It has to be here. So this is 8. This can't be 3 or 6 because of the 3 or 6 in the column. This can't be 3 because of the 3 in the column. Therefore, where is the 3 in box 7? It must be one of these 2 digits, which means this cannot be 3. So this is 7531 or 9753. So one of these 2 is a 3, which means this can't be 3 here. This can't be 3 either. 3 has to be one of these 2. This can't be 4, obviously. This can't be 4. Right. So this cannot be... If we assume this is the 2 of fire, that means these can't be 2 of fire. The 2 of fire has to be 1, since this would be 2. That would force us to be 1, so that couldn't be 2 of fire, and therefore the 8 would be 2 of fire, but then there's no other place for the 8 to be a 2 of fire except here. So this cannot be 2 of fire. We are guaranteed that. So this is 2, 8 as a pair. That eliminates 2 and 8 in the rest of the column. So this is a 1, 4 pair. That means this has to be a 2, because 1 and 4 are eliminated from the rest of the column. This 2 eliminates 2 here, so it still has to have a value of 2, so this is the 2ifier. This can't be 2, can't be 8. This has to be a 1. So this is not a 2, this is a 2ifier then, which makes this a 2. That makes this a 2ifier. So this is not 2ifier, these are not 2ifier. This is a 2ifier. This has to be 2ifier here, which means this can't be 2ifier here, because this needs to be 2 in value. Therefore, this is a 2. This can't be 2ifier, but it could be 1 or 2. And this can't be 2ifier, but it could be 1 or 2. That's where I made the mistake. Okay, so this can't be 2 because of this 2. We have a 3, 5, 9 triplet in column 1, which eliminates 3, 5, and 9 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 3, 5, or 9. It's a 1, 2 pair. Okay, that was the problem that we had. Okay, so 8, where is 8 in row 4? It has to be here, because it can't be here and here. This is 6 then. These, well, we don't know if they're 2ifiers or not. This could be 1 or 2, because it has to be 1 or 2 in value. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in, well, we sort of would have already had that anyways. Anyways, this is 2ifier. This is a 1 as a 2ifier. 1 cannot be here, so this is 4, which makes this 1. So 1 can't be 2ifier here. We can't have 2ifier here. We can't have 2ifier here, so this must be 2ifier here. None of these can be 2ifier then. This can't be 2ifier either. This can't be, this actually has to be 2ifier. Ugh. I don't know how I missed this. Anyways, this can't be 8 anymore. Where is the 2 in box 2? It has to be here, and it's not the 2ifier. So 4 or 8 is the 2ifier here. We're not sure which. This can't be 2ifier. So one of these, this can't be 2ifier. This has to be a 2ifier, and it cannot be 2. So we have a 5, 7, 9 triplet in the 2ifiers. So that eliminates 5, 7, and 9 in the rest of the 2ifiers. So this is 3 or 6. This 2ifier is 4 or 8. Actually, can any of the 8s? 8 has to be one of these two. 8 has to be one of these two. 8 can't be 2ifier here, 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 or here, or here, or here, or here. It has to be a 2ifier somewhere, so it has to be 2ifier here. So that matches this, which forces this to be a 2ifier. Right, which means none of these are 2ifier. This is not 2ifier. This is not 2ifier, and this must be a 2ifier. Oops, must be a 2ifier. So this is 2, which forces this to be 1, 2, 1, 2. Ugh, I can't believe I messed it up that badly. Anyways, this can't be 3. This has to be 5 or 7 here, so that forces this to be 3 or 9. We have a 6 in the 2ifier, so this can't be 6. This is 3 in the 2ifier. That leaves this as a 2 in the 2ifier here. Whereas a 6 in box 5, it has to be here, so this can't be 3. These can't be 3. One of these two is the 3. We're not sure which. This 2 eliminates 2 here, so that's 8, which forces this to be 6, 4, and 2. 8 cannot be here. Where can 8 be in column 6? It has to be here. So this is 8. This has to be a 3 because there's no other 3 possible in column 6. So this can't be 3. One of these is 6, but this can't be 6. It's a 5, 7, 9 triplet in box 8, which eliminates 5, 7, and 9 in the rest of the box. So this must be 6 here. Where is the 6 in row 7? It has to be here. So this is 6. This can't be 2, so this is 3 or 9. Remaining digits in row 3 are 3, 5, 7, 9. Remaining digits in row 2 are 2. Well, this can't be 2, so this must be a 2 here. Therefore, this must be 5, 7, or 9 here. We have a 3, 5, 7, 9 quadruplet in column 8, which eliminates 3, 5, 7, and 9 in the rest of the column. So this is 1, which forces this to be 3, 5, and 7. And we celebrate the 3 because we know we're getting close to solving it. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 9. No 9 here, here, or here. This has to be a 4-9 pair. 4 can't be here because 4 in the row, so this is 9, this is 4. This can't be 1 or 9. It's a 5-7 pair. 1 can't be here. Where's the 1 in box 7? It must be here. One of these is 9. That's fine. Okay, 7 can't be any of these. Where's the 7 in box 7? It has to be here. So this is 7. That eliminates 7 in the rest of the column. And this can't be 7, so this is 5. That eliminates 5 from here and here. This 5 also eliminates 5 from the rest of the tuifier cells, so this is 9. This can't be 5 or 9, so this is 7. And the rest is probably, well, not Sudoku. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 5. It has to be 5, 7, 9. So we got that actually correct. Interesting. That 7 eliminates 7 here. This is 9, which eliminates 9 here, so it's 3. That makes this 5. This is 3. This 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 9 and 5. That means this can't be 5. This is 9. The 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 5. It also eliminates 7 here, so that's 5. None of these can be 5, then. This can't be 5. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so this is 3. Therefore, this is 5, 7, and 9. And therefore, the 7's in the middle. That makes this 3, the 7. This can't be 5, so this is 9, which makes that 5. This can't be 9 or 7, so it's 5. This can't be 5 or 9, so it's 7. Which makes this 9, and makes that 7. Oh, that was so bad. I don't know. Maybe my brain's just not working well today. I did a previous puzzle, and I just did not do well. Yeah, some pretty bad mistakes. The 5 in the very initial assumption, that was really bad here. That was because I didn't fill everything out, and I was just trying to go through without filling out the rest of the... Yeah. What was my next mistake? Assuming this... I don't even know what the next mistake was, really. I think that 5 led to a lot of problematic things. This actually turned out to be correct. But... there was just a lot of errors. I don't know. I do put it on my brain state. My brain state is just not... I'm not doing well. I don't know why. Hopefully, you're doing much better. But... either way, if you enjoyed... maybe you enjoyed my downfall of making all those just really bad mistakes. I don't know. Maybe you enjoyed it. Hopefully you did. Or hopefully you gained something from this. Anyways, I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.